A growing number of cyclists are strapping on their helmets in winter and heading where no bikes have gone before, a snowy trail. What kept bikers indoors before is now being successfully challenged by a new breed of transportation called fat bikes. Fat refers to the big balloon snow tires on them. They inflate the tires to only 6 pounds for the best snow gripping stability. They first appeared in the 1980s.
Started off as snow biking, or they were popular in areas that had sandy beaches, anywhere that, a typical mountain bike or road bike would sink into sand, snow. And it's kind of evolved to enough manufacturers that they've realized that there's more potential for them. So they've started to design different bikes and different geometries to allow for them to be more mountain bike style.
It's all made possible by the fat, knobby-treaded, low-pressure tires that allows it to spread out so that it's like having snowshoes on your feet. That keeps you from sinking into the surface.
This is the biggest float tire that they make. This is a 4.8, essentially a 5-inch tire. A lot of grip to this tire and a lot of float. So when you're riding the snow, this dimension of tire is fantastic. It'll give you the most float that you can possibly get in snow or sand. This also will give you a lot better ability on rocks or gravel or anything that is challenging to ride.
Riding a fat bike has some effect on the winter terrain.
The terrain's all kind of flattened out because of the snow. All the major bumps and dips are leveled out, smoothed out, and it's a little bit slower for sure, just because it's not as hard pack, but you can kind of take more falls, take more risks because it's not as high consequence, not as high, you're not going to hit the ground as hard if you fall.
There is a caution when riding sub-freezing weather. Wearing the proper clothing is a must. Wind chill is at work here.
The hardest part is clothing, being dressed right. As you're moving along on a bike, obviously you're moving a little quicker than you would if you were walking or hiking. So protecting yourself from the wind, and that's the biggest challenge. And now they make a lot of built-in gloves that are mounted right to the handlebars, some pretty heavy-duty boots, oversized pedals to support those boots so your foot's not always slipping off the pedal.
Another advantage of the fat tire bike is that when the snow melts, you can ride right into spring on the same machine. High Peak Cycling recommends that a person might want to rent a fat tire bike before making a purchase. Doing that will give you a better idea of just what kind of winter bike fits your style.
They make racks and all kinds of equipment. You can load the bike right up and use it as a commuting bike. In the fall time, there's a lot of people that are into hunting that will use these bikes. There's a company that makes camouflage mountain bikes that will support a shotgun rack or a bow and arrow rack. A lot of guys that live out in areas that they'll ride these bikes out and go hunting on week-long expeditions.
These go-anywhere bikes can be a cure for the midwinter blues. They get you out of the house and into a terrain not previously open to you. The fat bike appeals to many people who haven't cycled much in the past. Bikers like the stability of the big tires and enjoy knowing that they can ride on snow while other bikers are sitting out the winter stuck at home. For Mountain Lake Journal, I'm Jack LeDuc in Lake Placid.